Let's go, boys! Another Saturday night here. We got a special guest, Mr. B, coming in.
Mr. B!
Starting Valentine's Day, he wanted to come celebrate with his boys. We haven't seen him in probably a good 4 months, and man decides on Valentine's Eve to come hang out with his boys. But, hey, Mike, thanks for coming. Appreciate you jumping on here. We're going to try to, have a couple special guests here and there. And Mike's the first. We're actually Sexy
Pepsi was the first guest. He doesn't like to chime in too much.
Yeah, but he's like the best color man in the business for a reason,
Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Pat Lynch. Oh, damn it, we didn't make it again. What did we get to?
45 seconds.
45 seconds.
We're never going to be able to...
You yell at me, and the last 2 episodes, I have not dropped any bombs.
So, I know you've listened to all our podcasts, so you've heard this a couple times.
Sure.
But, there's on YouTube, if you want to make money, not that we're ever going to make any money, but if you want to make money with advertisements and such, you have to go, I think it's 9 minutes, but most people go 15. And Chris would come in so hot, and I was giving it to him. I'm like, Chris, we need 15 minutes. And the last 2 podcasts, Chris has been, he just is not talking.
I won't talk to the first 15 minutes.
What does that mean? You have to...
I can't curse. You can't swear.
Yeah. So, there's
YouTube doesn't like that.
Yeah, so there's a podcast, it's this guy, Josh Potter, he's a comedian. And he has a clock. He has a clock to the side that says that ticks the time down before he can swear. And it's like the hardest thing in the world. And I've been giving Chris a hard time, unbeknownst to myself, that I can't make
44 seconds.
Yeah, Jesus.
Should we create a drinking game around all those?
Oh, about the 15?
Well, I mean, the pregame, right? That's the premise of kind of the podcast. But most pregames, you would generally, and it's been a while, but you would play drinking games. Should we create one for today?
Absolutely. You have one in mind?
I don't know what you do with one with people talking, but
how many times you drink every time somebody drops an F-bomb? Because I feel like that is a very popular word, or any swear word.
That's not a bad idea. That's kind of a fun, we have a rule,
should we all make up a secret rule?
You know how you used to play the card?
Yeah, then when it happens, someone drinks.
When you had remember the card game where somebody was the king?
Roll master.
Yeah, roll master.
Yeah.
And so if you did that, so if you grabbed your drink with your right hand instead of your left hand, everybody had to drink.
Oh Lord!
Why don't we do that? Why don't we do let's go with Pat Lynch, because I feel like he would be the one. He's gonna always go right or left. If you go with your right hand, everybody has to drink. And then we'll switch it up. Let's say at 30 minutes. Well, now we all have to drink. So open up some beers, boys. So, and that kind of can screw everybody else if you want to.
Yeah, because I am right-handed.
Mike, I need you to drink.
Mike, you ain't getting out of this.
Yep.
You're going to be wishing that you never showed up for this podcast tomorrow morning.
So I have a secret phrase I'm committing to memory, and if it's said by anyone, I'll make it known
that we all have to
and
drink.
then everyone has to drink.
I was literally just about to be like, "Hey, Mike, what's that secret phrase?" It's not a secret phrase, bro.
Hey, what's the secret phrase?
So to bring to just bring it back to what we were talking about just a little bit before of hearing your voice. My uncle, when we work taxes in the basement, and he likes to listen to it. He likes to use this podcast to spy on us. And when you hear your own voice,
this isn't live, right? We're not.
No, it is live.
Oh, all
right.
Oh yeah, no, this is all live, baby. Oh, my uncle's gonna listen to this, and then we're gonna be in the basement, and I'm gonna hear it, and he's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Got it.
But I hear my voice, and it's just I listened to the podcast once, and that's all I want to hear. I hate hearing us. Again, even though I do actually really enjoy listening to our podcast.
I hate hearing you all the time. So
there you go.
I've listened to every episode front to back, but I'll have to skip this one just because I can't hear my own voice. To it.
You got it. I honestly do find this very interesting, and so the hour that I listen on Monday, I actually look forward to.
We're up to 300 downloads of Peter McGraw, and God bless him, he's on 45 different accounts. He's getting those numbers up.
Getting them up, baby. We have one episode that
just will continuously get hits.
Yeah,
it's funny. It's the longest one.
Yeah,
Sorrius.
It's the longest one, and it's the.
But we've been told that it's where people the one episode people will go to your podcast if you're a new podcast and they'll listen to the one that's most listened to, and it's honestly 2 hours. And
who do we speculate these other 56 people are?
Katrina's dad. Katrina's dad. Peter's the first 49, and then Katrina's dad, we know, listens to it.
I'm the first.
That would make me nervous.
We sit downstairs. I sit downstairs in the basement, and I'm poking Sexy Pepsi with the stick, be like, download the episode.
I'm running out of emails, Chris. I'm running out of emails.
We don't know, but I mean, we're not making any money. We're just all just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to cook the books a little bit.
There you go. Make ourselves feel better.
Yeah.
People listening. Hey, I mean, let's do some shameless plugging here. Again, we are at on Instagram. We're at podcast at podcast SMP. Twitter at podcast SMP. Pat Lynch is still waiting for his first email.
Waiting for that damn email.
Or the SMP podcast at gmail.
Maybe there is. I haven't checked the email. Maybe there is one. Who knows? No, you check it.
I'm working on t-shirts for us, and I just got stickers. If you want a sticker, again, hit us up at the SMP
Get us a
podcast.
like and send us an email.
And you guys missed out because the winner of the two squares in the second half could have been you if you put it in. But
no, you could have gotten one for sure because John Jacob did win. Got one of those extra squares. That anybody, if you were to listen, let's kind of dive into what we're thinking about for the night. Let's start with we got the Samuel Adams Wicked Easy beer. Mike threw yours back in the fridge.
You gotta say it with a Boston accent though. It's like the Wicked Easy.
Give me a shot, baby.
Wicked hard.
Wicked hard, yeah.
You got that hard A side.
I see this. So the reason we drink this, or I wanted to get it was actually Chris reminded me. But every night on our trip home, there's a huge Samuel Adams billboard. And it's great advertising.
It worked.
You're dead tired, and it's got like this really cool billboard advertising. Oh, nice crack.
Does that count as your left hand opening the beer?
It's only on Pat.
That's on Pat, not me.
It's me.
Oh, everybody during Pat went right-handed.
Way to
again.
go, Mike Basso.
You got to drink if Pat does it.
Mm-hmm.
It's I still think the best everything they had recently was that Bill Burr.
Oh yeah, the pumpkin one. You couldn't get the pumpkin one. Yeah. I actually wanted to try it.
He's like,
do it. Yeah.
He's like, you have like 10 of these. It's all right.
It's all right.
I want to look at that one just to make sure it's okay.
So it's the Samuel Adams Wicked Easy Light and Hazy Lager. I actually like it. It's almost this is going to sound dumb, but like more of a hazy summer shandy. Like a little bit more of a sourish.
I'm not sure what I would compare me to how it would taste.
What do you think, Mike? What are you feeling on this one?
I get hints of citrus.
Mike's got a sophisticated palate, unlike us. It tastes like beer to me.
The beer really comes out. The beer flavor really comes out.
No, you get the lemon in that.
You
get the hops and the citrus.
Yeah, this is new. Yeah, this is for the winter, I think.
You know what it kind of to me a little bit is? It's kind of like a hazier 312.
It's a lighter version of the green one.
Yeah, that's good. The green, the green one. The IPA one is.
Want the yellow or the green?
It's the green.
When we went to Benny's tonight and we're looking, and there's just so many like hard beers. Like I had a little something last night. And I'm like, get out of here. I just don't. I want a nice light, easy beer.
Yeah, that's true. Because when I try to go through like local aisle for the podcast, and I find something that's on there, and it's like everything is like IPA, double IPA.
Is that just easier to make?
I think it's like you can do more things.
A lot of people like it.
I think you can also do more things with it, right?
Yeah, it's part of I think the craft beer craze. Is not the IPAs.
Is it more the
heavy hoppy beers?
There was one.
You gotta be careful on them APAs, baby. You get the man boobies.
There was one that was great.
True?
The name on it
because they
call man boob.
Yeah,
man boobs?
Yes, they do because they the
estrogen, right?
Yes,
must be in the fine print.
It's like the chips that make you start the ruffle chips. They used to make you.
Yeah.
So if you drink a lot of IPAs, you start getting some titties, and you start crying.
Yeah, and then you drink more, and they get bigger titties because you just don't know. No, you guys, you remember the Ruffles? I forget what was the name of the Ruffles.
I want to say it was like Olean or something.
Yes, and they had a different oil because that's when the chip oil that they used to fry them in was like causing all types of issues for your heart and stuff.
But it was delicious, evidently.
Yeah, but so they came out with a new oil, and that oil it would say, shit, everybody drink. It would say on there can cause loose, like you would crap your pants.
What did it say?
I forget what it was like.
Loose stools?
Ruffles, the Ruffles Wild Chip brand.
Wow, yes.
Yeah.
What was it was like, could be...
It was containing olestra.
Yeah, and what did the warning was like, you could like crap your pants.
Yeah, it's like you could literally like crap your pants without warning.
Worth it?
Never
that was what it was. It was something. It was not anal leakage like the medical one, but it was something like that. There could be. It was insane.
It was literally on the lines of you could crap your pants without warning.
Well, let's talk about it, Chris. You're a big chip guy.
Yes.
Worth the risk.
Not worth the risk.
Chris,
any chip.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't gummy bears have the same warning on them
original
too?
Dorito.
No, yeah, gummy bears have the warning on
sugar free.
The sugar free ones have the warning on it where if you eat too much of it, they could end up being like a laxative. I had that issue once.
We had the issue.
Better question for Sexy Pepsi: does the Olive Garden salmon have the same warning on when you open it?
That was a poor choice on that one.
We'll bring you in on that one a little bit. So we're starting to work late because of tax season. And
you guys plug in tech services?
Nah, not
yet. Keep it local.
Keeping it local. But
only for good friends like you, Mr. B.
I'm saying
our brother picked up. He got salmon from the Olive Garden, and it stunk up the basement. And I went and looked at it, and I'm like, Pat, let me see this. And I took a whiff of the plastic container. I'm like, Pat, good luck. You're gonna die. Like there's no chance you're not gonna die.
Is the basement should have food rules like plane rules? Don't get the fish.
I don't know who actually listens to this, but there are other people that used to work for us that sometimes some foods probably should have maybe not been eaten. Yeah.
Well, they used to work for you. I feel like you'd be safe, but
yeah, no. We would love for them to work for us again, but we're doing well. So team's getting better. How's it going, Mike? How's I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, last time I don't know.
How's the new job, bud?
New job is good.
I should have asked it sooner. I feel bad about that actually.
What's that?
I should have asked sooner. Like I remember you getting a new job, and I asked after that.
It's good. Starting a new gig in the pandemic is certainly poses its own challenges, but.
Have you met the team yet? Are you in the office or?
Yeah, I can go into the office if I'd like.
Okay.
Which I have been frequently, just because the kind of resources at the office facilitate that. But that's kind of boring to talk about for the podcast.
But no, that's all right. Listen, we talk about anything. Listen, don't be.
I mean, it's weird too because I
think everybody's kind of interested in.
The training for me remotely was really weird.
That's what I was saying too. Is the opportunity, like starting a job in a pandemic, not being able to meet your team members. Like, that's kind of interesting.
I've got an employee that I've never met in person.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
Yeah, I mean, that's some places operate totally remote, and obviously the culture of work life is going to change as we know it post pandemic. But you're right. I mean,
Brian's girlfriend got a brand new she's never met anybody from her company.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's insane.
You just know people by like email address and
Zoom calls, right?
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
I never have camera on. Are you a camera on guy?
Depends on like if it's a small meeting, yes. If like there's like we have company wide calls, like definitely no one does.
I'll do it, and then if nobody else, like if everybody else, I'll come into the meeting and somebody has theirs on. Okay, I'll do it.
I do see Charlie in the company wide call. He's a camera on kind of guy.
That's awesome. Charlie's the best.
He's also got a bright ass red wall behind him wherever he lives. It's like a fucking blood red wall behind him. Like the color that Maker's lid thing. That's like That's how fucking bright his wall behind is.
You do real background, or you put up the digital ones?
Yeah, mine's like just the wall in my house. There's nothing behind me.
What would be your number one digital background though?
See, I'm not smart enough to fucking figure out how to put it.
Peter be the guy, the lawyer that had his cat.
Yeah, that was great.
Dude, that was awesome. I haven't seen that, but I hadn't seen the video, but I did see like the article of like the guy. Was it like a serious like situation, or was
he was talking to a judge?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So that sucks. They're proceeding with court hearings digitally, like via Zoom. So
sometimes stuff happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's hilarious. But then the dialogue is great too because he thinks to say, "I'm not a cat." I assure you I'm not a cat.
Yeah. But talking about like viral videos that went on this week, did you guys see the truck on the Indiana interstate coming through to Illinois on Tuesday morning? So
is that what they were talking about on the radio when we were driving in the morning? Where they're like avoid like the I-65 or whatever?
So
or the 80
in Illinois and Indiana this week on Monday we had a lot of snow, but it's really really cold. And they were putting all the salt down, and when they get the salt going, there's a lot of water. But if there's not a lot of people driving, that water will freeze. And now it's an ice rink. And Indiana is known for not being great with the salting and getting the snow. So coming in from Indiana into Illinois, you're usually not. It's not a good situation. And there was a pickup going way too fast. Well, in my opinion, he was going too fast, but I'm not 100%. You only really see where he literally hits the side of but he goes up a snow bank and fucking goes 70 feet. 70 feet off.
Damn.
And lands on his tires, thank God, survives. Hurt, but survives. Insane video. And then that same thing happened last night in Chicago off the Eisenhower, and unfortunately 2 people died.
Chris, which one's the Eisenhower?
No, it was the Stevens. It was a 55.
Yeah, sorry.
But the Eisenhower was a 290.
I'm one of the weird people that actually uses the numbers, not the names. So,
and that's because the elevated
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
she was. Yeah, they were
going
over
70 feet. Yeah. So that's.
Dear, I went immediately to you for that question.
Yeah.
But
well, Peter's actually
better at
it. Peter's gotten.
I'm saying I know the numbers, not the names.
But what's crazy is that guy would usually just hit the fucking he would just hit the side and it wouldn't be an issue. But there's so much snow that it made a ramp and it was frozen. So his tires went literally up and went over.
Crazy.
Lucky to be alive.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how insane is that? But here's the other thing is, they were talking about that guy, and they were talking about the people from last night just going too fast. And again, we've talked about this, how dumb people are driving right now, and you just got it on this type of weather.
Also, this time of weather too. Like, I mean, I know. So you go slow. Like, there's danger for going too slow as well. Because I mean, like, if you have a car that's going super slow,
and you got too many cars, on the highway, you got to get out of the way.
You got to be a little bit. You got to be like keeping pace around.
Yeah, but I would if you guys get a second, I would definitely. I'll tweet it out. But you guys should definitely.
I mean, the one in Texas was insane.
I don't.
There, that was insane.
Did you see that? 100. I think it was 110 car.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, I think 3 or 4 people lost their lives somewhere.
Oh, I think it was. Where was it?
I don't remember exactly.
I think it was Austin or Dallas.
I thought it was Austin or Dallas.
Somewhere. I remember there was a big. Seems to be big issues with places where that aren't used to getting ice.
If they get any kind of precipitation, snow-wise, it shuts shit down.
I think that shit's happening tonight too again. Here's the thing.
I mean, they have no plows, they have no salt, they have none of that stuff that we have that's readily available here.
Yeah.
So every time it causes issues.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I'm nervous when we're driving home. No snow, no nothing. But it's the salt, and then you got the water, and then you don't know what's water and what's ice. And people are like flying doing 80, and I'm thinking like, you have no idea what's actually water and what's ice right now.
Yeah, I mean, driving out to the office today, like someone flew by me.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I was going like 65. Like he flew by me. Like I was going like nothing.
Some people don't give a shit.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a car like me. There's no way there's all-wheel drive in that vehicle. Like you ain't got that great of traction.
Do we want to get into? Because I really want Mike to try the Penelope.
Yeah, let's go the
or do we want to talk about the Super Bowl party?
I think we do both, and then we can give a little introduction to some bourbon here, and then we can.
Penelope is one that Pat got through a whiskey subscription. We absolutely fucking love it.
Do you want to try neat, Mike, or do you want some ice? What's
ice in his
I'll do it with ice. Okay. Tell me about it though.
We're gonna get you a little cherry Coke to go with it.
We got another bottle, Pat. We'll
bring the bottle up.
This is a real sweet whiskey. Tell him, Chris. Tell him, baby.
It's actually Indiana distillery, I believe. Bottled at least there.
So do we want Penelope, or do we want to do
the Indiana distillery? Is that like the same thing with like?
I have not found that. I know the question they asked. I have not found the answer.
Okay, so you haven't found the answer, because the Hudson,
whether it's actually done or not.
Do you want to open that one up?
Yes, I will open this one, and then I do want to try. I definitely want to try Mike's too that you brought, which is kind of.
Do you want to do Eagle Rare, or do you want to do the 46 maker?
46 maker.
Let's do both. We'll do both. Chris, help me open that.
So I'm trying the TB12 water to alcohol ratio. So it's 1 glass of water or 3 glasses of water to 1 glass of alcohol.
And you're gonna be in the bathroom, but
it's not great.
Why not 1-to-1?
Because Tom Brady doesn't believe in 1-to-1.
I'm on the 2-to-1 ratio personally.
Well, I guess it's not terrible, but it's not also not the funnest thing. Like last weekend, like I literally. Well, I also woke up feeling amazing on Sunday, while everybody else was a little.
I did not feel.
Yeah, well,
amazing.
You were knocking on my door at like 9 a.m. too.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that I felt amazing, but I didn't feel like awful last Sunday.
That's true.
On Super Bowl Sunday, or we're talking Monday? Super Bowl Monday?
No, Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. How was where did you do?
I guess I'm gonna just drink from the bottle.
No, you want?
You can get a glass.
Thank you.
You wanna?
No, just do whatever.
What did you do for the Super Bowl, Mike?
We just watched from home.
Oh yeah,
low key night.
Did you eat a little bit or no? Like did you make anything that was Super Bowl worthy?
The girlfriend being a pescatarian, it's we're not quite. I would be making chicken wings and things only for one, so it's not quite as exciting.
So did you order out from Mr. Submarine around the corner?
There is a Mr. Submarine.
I know there is.
Hopefully, they don't find out where I live now, but.
There are several in the Chicagoland area, so don't worry about that.
He lives by the one on Irving Park and Cicero, ladies.
There's one in Downers Grove on Ogden Avenue.
Yeah, there is.
They're all over the place.
Wait, let's see.
You can never have enough.
Why do they call it Makers 46?
Chris, I have no fucking idea.
No clue, actually.
All right, let's see if they say it on here.
Let me Google it.
Maker 46 starts with fully matured Maker's Mark. Then we had 10 seared French oak staves to each barrel and place it in a limestone cellar for a little extra aging process.
For 46 months.
This creates a bolder version of Maker's Mark and pronounced notes of caramel and vanilla and has become known as Stave Profile number 46.
Cool.
Enjoy.
Or they could just be making up some goddamn words.
Maybe it is just a number.
Where's
45?
Yeah, what the hell?
Wait. Did
1 through 45.
So what did you do for dinner then for Super Bowl?
Very lame. We just ordered from a local place. I had the traditional burrito, as most people have.
The Super Bowl. Oh God!
I mean, we had tons of burritos at our little gathering here. I know he's not on the podcast, but the amount of food that Joe Keneally consumed last weekend was.
Wait, did you say the burritos? We didn't have any burritos.
No, it was a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, wait, what?
But the amount
of burritos? Did we miss burritos?
Well, it was just for me. That was just for me, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, but I got up really early Sunday. I made a bunch of sliders. I made these pizza puff type things. It was
very good. Both very good.
Food was unbelievable.
You love doing that.
Oh yeah, I love cooking.
Cooking the Pinterest.
Pinterest
recipes for parties.
I was.
You do a good job. I will say.
I appreciate that. I love cooking. Tomorrow for Valentine's, I'm getting the tomahawk from Mariano's.
Tomahawk.
Are you them cooking at the place you cook yourself?
No, I'm gonna take that bitch home. I got steak seasoning, baby. Ain't nobody touching my steak. Are you out your mind, baby?
You get a tomahawk for 2 just for yourself.
46 ounces just for me? Oh, just for me? Did you want something?
Come on now. Listen.
Did you guys want something?
Listen, sweetheart.
Bang it up.
You want a piece? You'll get whatever I don't finish.
Yeah.
There's never anything left.
Peter's definitely the John Goodman of this here.
No, I mean, good for Mike for being open-minded to a pescatarian. When I was dating, and if I ever heard vegetarian, it was like, oh, okay. Ooh, got to go. Got to get the... I could not imagine. Honestly, I could not... Like, not that there's anything wrong with vegetarians. It's just, I love meat so much that, like, most of my cooking, like, it would be very hard to... It would be very... If you're a cooker. If you're not, I guess it's not as big of an issue. But for me, it would have been...
All you need to do is get one of those steamable bags of vegetables, pop it in the microwave for 7 minutes, pull it out, and put it in a bowl, baby. You're good to go.
There you go. A little salad. No, you know what?
A little warm salad. John Panette. Oh.
I guess you could learn to figure it out.
Yeah, steamed vegetables.
But you're probably making multiple entrees per one for like you and one for like them. So what do you think, Mike? Anyways, what did you?
What do you think of the Penelope?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I like it. It seems like a very easy drink.
That's exactly
I think you guys will like the Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
If you want to try the barrel strength of that, Mike, I have a barrel strength bottle as well.
Michael would like to try the Weller 12-year.
I can get that too for him if you want that.
Well, I mean, if it's on the table,
it's on the table. God damn it!
I'll get it for you, Mike.
What else? Well, if you're going to the cellar, what else you got?
We got tons.
It's just me and Peter now.
Listen, the boys want to go check out the whiskey. You got
to let the ladies play. You got to let the men stay.
So how's the? I wanted to get into the last night for you, but we'll save that.
Nah, you don't need to get into that.
We'll wait for some better news from there.
Yeah, we don't need to go down that road tonight.
All right. Well, since these clowns and Mike doesn't eat anything, a burrito on the Super Bowl. Like, what man eats a burrito on the Super Bowl? Not that there's anything wrong with a burrito. Super Bowl, come on now. What was your go-to on the Super Bowl? If you could eat that every day, what would it be from the Super Bowl?
If I could eat it every day, that's a toughie. Those cookies were pretty good that were there.
Oh, Lawrence cookies were insane.
Yeah, they were really good.
Joe, I hope you listen to this podcast. You took about 7 cookies, and I almost body slammed you. I swear to God.
I really liked the potato skins. They had a nice little spice to them this year. They were good. Yeah. I had a couple of those.
So should we let?
If to be honest with you, with the diet that we have, I would. If I could eat something every day, I would have probably chosen the sliders. But if it wasn't like on the diet or anything, it would probably be a close tie between the
little McKenna.
Between the
when's the last time you had some
between
McKenna?
The pizza puffs and the potato skins.
I've never had it.
You've never had McKenna?
Pats has a good stash, but I've had a lot of what he has, except he has a lot of the store picks, which each barrel is unique. But I'm gonna I think give the McKenna a shot.
Well, dude, so it goes McKenna then Penelope for me. This as my favorite whiskeys. And then Chris's Pappy's not bad. It's not.
The 23 is not.
Peter can't get none of that.
Joe's Pappy was good. I've not had Chris's yet because he's a dick.
Yeah, I'm not giving you that, Pat Lynch. I'm gonna die with that.
So we were talking Chris's favorite Super Bowl like appetizer.
Did you go with the potato skins?
If I outside my diet, if I had the choice, it would be either the potato skins or the pizza puffs. The pizza puffs were really good.
They were very good. Yeah, I like that.
What was your go-to?
Yeah, I think it was a pizza puff. That's good.
Yeah,
because the
beef was I thought was really good.
Yeah, beef's good.
The cookies. I also mentioned the cookies that.
I mean, nothing was bad. I mean, I like the burgers were very good too.
What? So and then the other thing I was listening to a lot of people have talked about this week with the Super Bowl ads and kind of people.
Also, one thing I do like I like your dip a lot. I mean that's always good.
Fucking nobody bringing tortilla chips. Oh, that person will remain nameless on that list.
So we have a bunch of fucking.
What are you dipping? During COVID times, doing
it's like the SNL.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I took my hamburgers and just dipped it in the dip.
That's such an easy item to cross off the list.
Oh yeah.
Chris
we all thought somebody was bringing it.
And then he brought bread instead of fucking chips. It's like
what a putz.
Well, but, I mean, to me, I got there maybe. So we tried to get here at 4:30 on Sunday, so we could figure out some prop bets. And I got here maybe at 4:45, and the fucking chip selection. I haven't had chips in a year. I got here and the fucking chip, like, there was like 3 Dorito DDs left. There was like, Joe was just
Joe was on a mission to eat as much food as was humanly possible.
That's a man that lives for like a Super Bowl spread.
Oh yeah.
You know, honestly, guys, if you're ever having a party, like there's you know, like how many head counts to get.
Yeah. No, you got to know if Joe's there or not.
Is Joe or not? Like that's your food. Because without Joe, I would have gotten at least a quarter less of the food.
Oh yeah.
So I've known you quite a long time, and I like that some things never change. And you were upset about the chip selection. Only complaint, where's the chips?
These guys, the McGraws, for those who don't listen, they are the chip connoisseurs.
The chip guys here.
Yeah, we know.
I came in here thinking, I'm going to get some chips.
It's in the Irish roots,
Mr.
right?
B, when you don't,
potato,
you don't
source
understand,
of life.
You don't understand. We hadn't had chips in a year.
Yes.
In a year. It was like, it's fucking go time.
And I got the last bag of Doritos 3Ds for Christmas.
I told Pat Lynch on Saturday, I'm like, Patrick, you're getting chips tomorrow. He's like, yes. I have one simple request. 3Ds. I want the 3Ds. He's like, got it. No problem.
And I'm glad I went Saturday because it was literally the only
bag
in
the last bags.
All right, boys. And then what about Super Bowl commercials? Chris, give me your and your the one you like the most, the one you hated.
You know, this is interesting because it's like a week on. It's like, which one do you remember the most?
Yes, that's it. So that means that it worked.
I'm trying to think about what I liked and what I disliked. And the one I liked a lot, which didn't make a lot of lists that I saw, was the E-Trade one. You're the best! Nothing's ever gonna get you down. The kid that was trying to pump iron.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
I like that song, though. Let's get it again.
You're not getting it
one time, Chris.
You're the best. Nothing's ever gonna keep it. Something like that, right?
The one that I think about, the first thing that comes to my mind is that Jason Alexander one where he's like on the sweatshirt.
That was good. I like that. That was hilarious.
And that was a Tide commercial, I believe.
Yes, right? It was.
So that was one of the ones that I thought about a lot. The one I disliked the most was that stupid Oatly one. That was terrible. Where the guy's singing about like the weird singing dude.
Oh, the Randy Newman guy.
Yeah, I mean,
was singing about oat milk.
Yeah, that was just not good. I really didn't understand the commercial, and I'm not a fan of that one. Anyways,
trying to think of the one that I disliked. I mean,
that's the only one I can think I disliked.
I didn't like the oat milk.
Right above the sink. Yeah, Pat didn't like the oat milk one either.
At all. I couldn't stand that. The other one, I love the State Farm Drake one.
That was good too. That was good. Yeah.
That body double that made me laugh, and I thought made that a lot of people.
They don't have lines.
They don't have lines. Hey, yeah, stand-ins don't have lines, guys.
Yeah, I chose.
Rogers, it's got double check on you.
You chose the State Farm one. He chose the Jason Alexander Tide one. Mr. B was the one. What was your favorite?
What's the one that stood out for you?
I didn't want to do this, but I hate to duplicate it. But I really like the Drake one too.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it says about me, but I really do like Drake and find Drake.
Well, that was a
pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a good funny. I thought the
Hey Rogers,
I'm you. You couldn't find anybody more that looked like me.
No, I like the that one, but I also one that wasn't a Super Bowl, or maybe it was before the Super Bowl, was the Tom Brady Gronk T-Mobile one. I thought that was hilarious.
The similar one to that, the Blake Shelton. Gwen Stefani one wasn't bad.
Oh, the T-Mobile one that
wasn't bad either.
Yeah, but they got shit because like they were making what's his face seem like
A hillbilly?
Like a simpleton.
Well, that's one rich ass hillbilly, so he's doing fine. He'll be fine.
He read the script, right?
He'll be
consented to the script.
Yeah,
he's like,
and
he's like, how much am I getting paid? Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
I'll be your country hick. No worries.
I think he's someone, he can laugh at himself, right?
Yeah,
he should be able to. We went and saw him at Allstate.
We did.
Yes. That was
tight chairs.
Oh, the whole fucking time. Oh, do you remember concerts?
No, I don't.
I was talking to coworkers this week about it. I got like 5 concerts summer. Will any of them happen? I have no idea.
Did you find new concerts?
No. They're all like rolling. I have 5. I think I have like 3 or 4 that are
rolling. We got really screwed on that Offspring one where they moved it from a Thursday to a Sunday night.
The Green Day one, I think you mean, right?
Yeah, Green Day. I'm sorry.
That was one. That's the only
one I have this year.
That was one of my coworkers has tickets to that as well, and I'm like. Well, yeah. Well, maybe we'll get to go. Who knows?
I've been thinking about.
We have like 70 tickets to that one too, don't we?
We got at least 8. We got 8 tickets at least.
No, here's the issue: is I didn't even.
Is StubHub still alive? Have they died yet or no? I mean, they gotta be dying. Right?
Ticketmaster, yeah.
They gotta be. No, StubHub really gotta be dying because
nobody's. Yeah, you're right. That's
that second hand market that nobody's buying shit on right now.
They're trying to sell those take home stay at home, watch them on live stream concerts and everything.
Is there anybody? That's so dumb.
But they're free for the most part, aren't they?
No,
they make you pay for them.
By the way, we're past the 30-minute mark, so my right hand is no longer.
Has anybody said your phrase, Michael?
It hasn't.
Not yet.
It's
all right. So you get to make you get to choose a new rule for somebody else, or you get to make a rule. We made a rule for you.
Make a rule. Okay.
I might have to think of another phrase. It might be too narrow.
Too easy.
Too narrow.
It wasn't chips.
Chips would have been good.
Chips.
Well, I want it to be a game. I think chips came up early anyways.
Yes, it did.
Every time Chris got cut somebody off, that we got a drink.
Wait! Every time Pat Lynch cuts somebody off,
we can do that.
I'll say it quietly. He's back in the room. He's back in the studio. Back in the studio. I can't say.
Chris McGraw cut somebody off. Yeah, I'm not saying another goddamn word on this podcast.
That's the real goal. So we'll do that. We'll do that for the next 15 minutes. So at 45.
Shut the hell up, Pat Lynch.
All right. Well, we're drinking. In 45 minutes, we'll stop that nonsense.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
I'm not gonna, the maker is 46. Not bad though. Not bad.
No, not at all.
The 46 is very good. Yeah. Easy to find too, which is nice in the whiskey world.
For sure.
Chris, what did you just pick up at Benny's again? It was a
Bullet Blender Select.
What's the difference between that and the regular Bullet? Was it the rye or the
No, it's not. It's just like
because they have a rye and
I don't like the rye. The bourbon's great.
And a bourbon, yes. Mm-hmm. Well, the rye is only mixed with certain things.
Yeah. And we did that with we did this what's his face fuck the guy from God damn it! Why can't I'm the worst with names?
No one knows what you're talking about.
The guy from that helps. Yeah, right.
All the 3 of us.
I'm trying to think of the name.
No idea.
I want to say John Travolta, but it's not him. It's
John Travolta. Yes.
Clooney probably.
No,
that was another.
It's a singer, like an old school singer from Las Vegas.
Sinatra.
God, I'm so dumb.
You said John Travolta and Sinatra.
I don't know why that came up, but we did one of his. I have talked about this on the podcast already, but. We did one of his drinks, and we did the bourbon rye.
Oh yeah, we did the Manhattan.
The Jack Daniels?
Yes.
Oh, the Manhattan.
I just didn't like it. I didn't like the rye.
I like ryes.
We did one rye. We've done a few ryes. The Whistle Pig's a rye.
Yep.
The one Wilderness Trail was a rye that was pretty good.
We gotta branch out of the whiskey or the bourbon whiskey genre. Even though anytime I post anything about whiskey or bourbon on Instagram or Twitter, we blow up. But we should look into I don't know, but I guess we've never really been vodka guys.
I'm not a vodka guy. I'm definitely not a tequila guy for
We have the Rocks tequila. That's a little tough.
Dwayne Johnson's tequila?
He's got tequila.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind trying George Clooney's. I heard that's good.
You should have him on the show.
The Rock?
We tried. Not big enough. We tried that once. We
went at him and we tried to get. So we had Chris Jericho's.
We had the Chris Jericho champagne,
and we had the Rock's.
How was
whiskey.
that?
Not bad. I still have 2 bottles of it, so if you ever want to try something,
we'll bring one.
It's not flying off your shelf, though.
Here's the thing about champagne with us, Mike.
No, I was an idiot, and I ordered 4.
Yes, he did. Drink.
So, well, I wasn't done with my conversation with Mike.
Here's the thing about the champagne, though, is we couldn't tell you, Mike, if it was a fantastic $3,000 bottle of champagne or a $29 bottle of champagne. I couldn't tell you the difference between the two. My palate could not tell you.
I do like champagne, but I remember the first time I had very nice champagne, and my body was it was immediately after college, and it was my body's like, what is this? And immediately threw up after like having
really
a $300 bottle of champagne because I was used to $8 Andres or whatever, like the cheapest one. Yeah,
sparkling wine.
The cheapest one is that
my
body was just like, hey, I don't know about this.
So the Makers is good. The first time I ever got really, really too shit-faced was on champagne. Not knowing that you drink champagne, like, it will get you completely smashed. I had, like, a bottle of it. When I was, like, 20. It was not good.
I mean, that's a bottle of wine.
I was just checking to see if it was a 10-year or not.
Where'd you get the?
Where'd you get the? I know the expensive version, like the higher end versions of these, are very rare to get.
Yeah, and they're very expensive.
There's like a 17-year that's very expensive, and then they.
Is this the regular one, Mike, or is it?
Yeah, that's just a regular one. So it's
it's 10 years. 10 year.
Yeah, it's a 10-year. So the 17 years.
I think you guys are gonna really like it. It's a Buffalo Trace allocation.
You get that at Joel?
No, I don't know where I got it, but it's for you guys. You guys can keep it. I had to have one over on the way because it got lost.
When you mix a 4 and an 8, you mix a 4 and a 1, it happens, you know?
Wow. I felt so bad about that.
I was getting cold out there, so I had to warm up the Tootsies with,
With a little shot ski?
Yeah, with a little,
Did Bree drive your car, or did you...
Yeah, Bree drove. She was sweet enough to drop me off.
Oh, what a sweetheart. What you got planned for the night? Nothing, because nobody's doing shit?
She went and got her nails done, and he did with a friend this morning, so she was hanging out with one of her friends.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So, Mike, have you tried the McKenna yet, Mike?
I have. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good.
That's a Chris McGraw find right
there. We bought a F ton of the McKenna.
Hey,
yeah.
The thing is,
if you like something, like, get it. That's what
if you like it and you see it, get it. Yeah.
That's why I have 3 bottles of Penelope, both kind, and 2 3/4 of a McKenna.
Yeah. The McKenna became very popular. It used to be priced, I think. We
got all ours at like $30.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
It used to be like a $25 bourbon.
Yep.
But then because of the popularity, places sell it for like
because it tested so well, like the 1 year.
Yeah. Chris thinks that the Penelope is going to be similar next year when they go through the testing process.
Yeah. We've actually, we've said this 1,000 times. Not that we have any type of real relationship, but like just cordially, we've posted a lot about them, and they've been cordially nice back to us.
But hey,
liked your stuff.
Hey, Penelope, guys, if you're interested, send us free bottles. We're all about testing, baby.
Yeah.
We'll let you on the podcast for 20 minutes to promote your product.
If you're listening, we know you're listening. Send us. We'll try them all.
Yep.
In their factory, they are blumping this podcast.
You know what's the best though? I love when I did an Instagram post, but I got all these people who liked our stuff, and they're all like bourbon people, and I just get to go through and it's kind of like educational. That's like what I should be looking for when I'm.
I know Dan the Bourbon Man liked one of your things. I saw. That's a guy I follow.
And like there's so much.
Can you go back to that? Like, who is Dan the Bourbon Man?
Just some guy.
Just some guy, Dan.
I don't know. And he likes bourbon, but he knows a lot of good. Like so.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, I'm interested. That's all.
No, yeah, definitely.
These certain Instagram serve as kind of like a posting areas where if you were to find at your local store, or let's say Illinois or in Chicago, you have like a good find or like a rare find, people would then send him a photo, and then he would post it and be like, Illinois got whatever, and then so it serves as kind of like a hub for like information.
That's
and then
awesome.
Cool. Yeah, so in a way too, like to celebrate, right? If you see someone got something really cool or whatever, you're like, awesome. I got to try that a few years ago.
Because nice. There are a lot of like alcohol like hunters who will they'll scour trying to find like a good hidden bottle somewhere.
It's not easy to find this stuff. I mean, I've been talking to the guy at Benny's all the time. Like, hey, if you get anything, let me know, man.
It is very tough.
Bourbon is extremely popular. And anyone that's just like getting into it now is 10 years too late, and that puts us at an age where we would have hadn't been like in college trying to
and at that point we saw $100 bottle of alcohol. We're like, fuck,
right.
That's like $600,
$40. Chris bought his bullet today. It was $50. 5 years ago, we wouldn't have bought a $50 bottle.
No, it's not a goddamn chance.
I mean, I bought
Can we talk about the dollar beers we used to go to?
Oh God, right?
I actually, Marty reached out to me 2 weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, and she's like, "Hey, I've been looking through some old photos, and I saw you Mike, you, Pat, and like the old crew that used to go fucking. And she's like,
did she mention the dollar beers?
Yeah. Oh, she's like, I miss those times. And she's about to have like a baby. She's married. I was like,
we're still doing the dollar beers.
Yeah. I'm like, I haven't grown up yet. Yes,
contact me in about 20 years when I've grown up.
I mean, those Thursdays we used to have like they would bring the garbage cans to the table and just like full. You can't obviously can't see this in a podcast, but they would just like the whole arm across the table. We would
have half the table to at least 3/4 of the table filled with just bottles of beers.
Well, think about it. Even if you drank a lot of beers, you could go out for $20, buy 10 beers, and tip $1 each beer.
Yeah, exactly.
We got so shit faced back then. Oh,
I remember when we took Frank and his Iowa buddies, and like the one dude, we got him so drunk,
projectile.
He was just projectile vomiting. Those were the times.
And he didn't get thrown out.
No.
And he all over the wall went to the bathroom and he thought he was going to get thrown out, and no one ever came.
Those were great times. There was that time where we got Pat Lynch on a team for Flip Cup, and like the guys were just hitting on the girls, and Pat was just one flipping cups, and they're like, "Dude, you are so good at Flip Cup."
They called me the Kobe Bryant of Flip Cup.
There was the other time where Pat Lynch was like, the next morning he wakes up and says, "Dude, guys, I don't know if you know this."
No, that was New Year's. That was New Year's Eve.
But you were like, dude, that was still the same bar, and you're like, "Dude, guys," and it wasn't New Year's; it was Pierre's birthday. You're like, I think I got roofied last night. Nah, and Pierre's like so concerned. He's like, "Oh shit."
Peter was very concerned. Chris McGraw's like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, no, you guys are a bunch of idiots. Pat, you were going shot for shot with two guys that were like
200 pounds over you. Yeah.
One was like 250. The other guy had to be at least.
I weighed like 135 at the time. I think it was.
So there's been a rash of catalytic converters being stolen, and I was talking about that, and I was thinking about Scotty Berg.
Are those still a thing with cars?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's huge because
they're older cars.
Drug addicts will cut them and then they'll take them to the shop and they'll get a ton of. They'll get like enough money for their drugs. This is a huge issue. I'll take one. They're a huge issue.
Is there copper in there or something? What's the value of it?
It's got to be I think it's $100 for a catalytic converter.
This is nice. This is crazy.
That's what happened to our buddy Scott when he was unfortunately not.
Yeah, he lived in Wicker Park and somebody he couldn't his car literally got.
And I was talking about I'll take that much. And I was talking to him, we were talking about him, and because and I saw his cheese factory. Like it's the place.
Now it's a seafood place over here.
Yeah. No, I think that's out of business too.
They sold the building, I believe.
Yeah, and
the family cheese business shut down.
Fucking Scotty Berg, man, I miss that guy. I should definitely reach out. He works at the Paulina meat market.
Well, shoot this podcast. Someone talk to him.
He's probably listening right now.
He should be. If he's not,
Scotty, the lines are open.
Come on in, baby. Oh my god, the stories we could go over. Where we used to, Scotty didn't know. They would make you drink the whole
Halloween too.
All the stories. Oh, the taxi with Scotty. Oh, those are stories.
Waking up next to Scotty Berg where he thought he was having a heart attack.
Yes.
You feeling fucking bad? Yeah, I'm fine, dude.
Oh man.
But Mike, I want to thank you for this. So this is I like this. I like the Eagle Rare. It's good. This is good. I like this.
I got to get through this fucking third glass of water so I can get to the whiskey.
Yeah, you enjoy your night?
Which one? The Baker's still?
Yeah, I'm still in the Bakers. I'm a little behind, guys.
We're 3 minutes away from Chris McGraw's drinking game being away.
Oh, good. Nice. I like it.
I had to drink a couple times.
Yeah, you're not as. It would have been much more.
Shut the hell up.
All right, we're drinking.
We're drinking. I get to drink this one.
I was gonna say it would be much more if it was me, but yeah.
I'm gonna throw a little cherry coke in this one. I think I'm gonna do a little mixing.
You do
that? I don't have the dew. I wish it was a dew. I've been thinking about dew and whiskey.
There is dew downstairs.
I know. I fucked up.
Mountain Dew and whiskey.
Oh, dude,
it's good.
Yeah, that's what they originally made Mountain Dew for.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
For whiskey.
And moonshine.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. It's like from one of our earlier episodes. Like you've heard all of them. There's about.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. That was so long ago. You probably missed. You probably.
I mix them up. That's right. You guys did discuss that. That was my favorite episode.
God damn it, Mike.
We're gonna have to have Mike on more often.
There you go.
Forget Joe Canelli.
Make us feel really good about
Mike on there.
Yeah. Tell us how our fans really feel about us.
I'm here.
There you go.
He wanted to be here. He's such a big fan. He wanted to be on the podcast.
That's it. This is the fan episode. Fan appreciation. The fan is here.
The only fan.
Yes, the fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not only fans, for the record.
Joe's not here.
We're not going back into that conversation.
Oh yeah, that was a good one, right?
Why don't we
money to be made? I think.
No, there is. But we have talked about it, where women literally could just show their feet.
Sexy Pepsi is making me bank, baby. Let me tell you what right now.
There's I listened to King and Sting, and one of their people on there is a female who all she does on OnlyFans is her feet, and she's gonna make $100,000 a year.
Wow! So whatever the next drinking game is, it's gonna be on Peter, and that's gonna start.
No, it's on Chris because he was the rule last time.
Oh, so Chris is gonna make the drinking game. It's gonna start in literally 30 seconds, Chris. So you better hurry up and come with one. As we move on to the next one.
Well, take your time. But no, here, let's go.
Oh, I got it. Every time Peter...
Wait, you got to drink because you just cut me off.
Oh, cool.
Great.
So the rule is every time Peter does something fidgety, whether either he's tapping his foot, slapping the table like this,
I'm not sure my liquor,
shaking his cup with the ice cube. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I don't know if my liver can handle that kind of amount of drinking.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can.
I have so much.
We have dinner plans. Lord.
So that will go for 15 minutes, and then we'll go from there.
That may mean they only go for 5 minutes the way Peter fucking.
This podcast might end in the next 5 minutes.
We'll cut it out at like 5 drinks. Or something.
There you go. No, I'm.
Now Peter's rule's in effect.
I have insane amount of nervous energy.
Yeah, because you said 45, right?
No, it is. I said it is. Yeah, I agreed.
I'm doing my best, Dave.
I concurred.
I can cut you off whenever the hell I feel like now.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Exactly.
Hey, ladies, can we just relax?
It's a
you
family.
stop pushing your hands.
This is a family show. It's a family show, gentlemen.
It's going to do like this, Peter. It doesn't mean we can't see it.
Playing pocket pool. Yeah.
No, let's go on the Tiger Woods doc. We've all seen. So you've seen it all. We have not seen it yet. We're on the first episode.
We finished the first episode.
Well, it's real life, so I'm probably not going to accidentally give any spoilers.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, we're not worried about that.
It already happened.
It's been out for a while.
His father. What do you think of that? Like, if you were, I personally don't want to have children, so I don't like. But I do think about if I was to have children, like to be that like. Just so like you're not doing anything, but you're gonna become the best. You're gonna be this like messiah. It's almost terrifying. Like my parents, where I think my parents did an okay job raising us, is they were more like free flowing, letting us like get out over our skis and maybe fall a little bit and being there to be like, all right, hey dumbass, like this is where you messed up. But I mean, Tiger Woods is the best golfer we'll ever know, and it was insane. But it's also like it's almost terrifying watching that. Like. It's scary.
You know what's about Tiger Woods is that I haven't seen this documentary for the record, which I do want to watch. I just did not get to this week, but it's like he was the first guy that really like took it like a super serious sport where he worked out, trained his ass off, and he was so much like training wise above everybody else that now everybody else is doing that thing. So that's why like the playing field is much more competitive these days.
Good, Mike.
Yeah, so I think I liked it. I think in a way. I was never, and I guess I would say I'm still not really into golf and never really followed like the Tiger Woods story.
I was a little sad that I wasn't a part of that. Like,
but I think like it creates like a human out of this legend, right?
Yeah.
Or like this person, and like you in a way know them better. But I actually like when I walk away thoughts about it, I kind of think like in ways like it parallels like the Last Dance with Michael Jordan, like these other stories about these greats, right?
Yeah. I just there were a few things in there that really kind of pissed me off. First of all, his ex-girlfriend when he was like a little kid, she seemed like I felt like there was a lot of like she thought she was doing something for him, and I don't know. It almost felt dirty to me. Like, listen, like you think you were doing like something like you're young kids. I remember relationships when I was 18. You don't know that you were like he was like the happiest guy in the world. Maybe he was just like, well, listen, this is the first girl that ever talked to me. And I'm happy now, but
and then 3,000 later,
and then she's like reading that art like that, and then that letter like that felt dirty to me. The other thing, the one big thing for me was how much videotape there was of him from all over his life.
Oh, as a little kid and everything. Oh,
like there was literally from when he was like a baby to like high school to like a middle teenager. Like who was taping him? I mean, were they paying somebody to tape him the whole time?
I feel like a lot of. I mean, I didn't see. I didn't see this, but like a lot of families are big on videotape. Like, I mean, I don't think my family was.
Felt like so maybe his mom.
Like a lot of families are big on that kind of stuff. Like I know my family wasn't big on the videotape. Maybe you guys. I don't know about Mike's.
Well, no, we videotaped some things, but like.
Not
it's crazy.
But it's high school.
He's at a party. Yes. It's like with like the high school girl, and they're videotaping. And it's like, what
how do you have video of this? Or like when he's in class. They're watching him take like a test. Why are we watching him take a test?
Prodigy, baby, they gotta know.
I couldn't understand it. Like that was one thing. Like this is an insane amount of the other thing was those shots. I love golf. Like golf is my favorite thing to do in the summer, spring, and fall. And watching some of those shots, I know I'll never ever be able to take and make any of those shots. But God, one time, I want to be 70 yards out, just fucking pitch it in. I would probably die. Like Chris did that one time. I'd probably die.
Here's the thing about golf though. Like when it's probably any sport. I'm guessing. Like we play it recreationally and it's fun, but when you're like that level, like it's a fucking job for you. Like he's out there hitting.
Yeah, but he was addicted. He loved it.
No, but I'm saying like at some point, like the fun is not as fun for him as it is for like us. I'm sure.
Well, when you're that good, I think it is fun. But like if you were that, I see a little. Not that I'm anything. I'm not trying, but his competitiveness, like you could see it when he hit a shot. You saw that, like fuck yeah, and that's kind of how I feel. Like when we're doing like golf or we're doing basketball, we're doing anything. When like me and Chris beat Nolan's ass. And his brother in basketball, that's like that competitive, like fuck yeah.
I know that.
Well, especially when they're in there and they're like talking shit to you about like 4 hours before, like we're gonna take you down. It's like
I know. I saw.
You don't understand.
You like with him and Phil, like and this is not anywhere compared. But you get that vibe.
I couldn't believe that like his mom was like had so much hatred just towards somebody because he had like a natural gift. Like he didn't have to really practice. He didn't have to put in the work so much. It's like, well, how can you hate somebody so much?
I think as a competitive person myself, I hate when I see people who are just so good at things and remember like one of our high school kids, Tim Ebram. He is one of the smartest people in the entire just insanely smart. Like didn't have to try, and he did maybe he's happy, but he just never did. Like I wish I had that. I see that, and I wish I didn't have to work as hard as I have to be where I'm at.
I know one thing about Tiger Woods. I remember I saw this article one time. I don't know if it was Charles Barkley or Michael Jordan talking about it. Like I guess like him, Barkley, and Jordan were like golfing one time, and like Jordan like shanked his fucking drive off the tee box, and fucking Woods is like busting his ball. He's like, better get a hooker with that skirt, baby. And so Tiger Woods, like, he's just fucking ripping on Jordan the whole fucking time. And Michael Jordan, who's probably, if you really Last Dance, probably the most competitive person maybe to ever walk this planet, is probably just fuming for 18 holes playing Tiger Woods every time.
The best, it's like, let me get your ass in the basketball court and then we'll see who's talking shit.
The best is when it was Phil and it was Tiger, and Phil hit his this beautiful fucking drive. Just like a drive we would die for. And Tiger comes up with his 3-wood and hits it farther than his driver. And he goes, and Phil goes to fucking 30.
You always hit that 3-drive? You always hit the 3-drive that far? Or 3-wood that far?
He's like, nah, I usually hit it farther.
I feel like that's Cameron McGraw line.
Did you see like a tournament like a week or two ago, whatever Tiger was playing the last tournament? Like, I think it was him and Justin Thomas maybe? Like, he hit his drive and he walks up there and he's like, hey, Justin, is that yours? Oh, no. Is that my drive? I said, oh, no. Mine's farther up.
That's awesome.
And you know, the one thing that was crazy to me in that whole entire documentary was watching the 2000 U.S. Open where he finished a -12 and nobody else finished under.
I know.
Under 0. They all were pluses.
How about his shots, too? His shots were so beautiful. That one out of the rough where he's like he's spinning like a ballerina and he hits it on the green.
I mean, also like
he was like not to cut you off, but like he was so it sucks that I wasn't into golf. Like I remember thinking as a kid like golf was.
But you were like 12,
no, but again, but I'm just saying. Like, I also thought it was a boring sport.
Yes.
To watch. You gotta watch Sunday. You gotta watch Sunday on golf. Sunday's fun.
When we watched Michael Jordan, like that was watching greatness, and you knew it as a kid.
I think the issue with golf is like you have to wait. It's 4 days. You get when you get that Sunday, and he's like on it. Yeah. The crazy thing about him is he's so good.
He was so good back in his shots.
Well, you saw what is it? We saw what is it? What the? We were watching a tournament this year, like last year in the basement when COVID was going on. They're still playing.
Oh, and Tiger hit and won it.
Oh, yeah, the Masters.
When he won, we were watching the Masters in the basement, and he put on a clinic out there. You were just watching like vintage Tiger.
Here's the thing about Tiger too. Like if you're like, can you imagine like you're probably having the best round of your life. Like ever played your life, and you get paired with Tiger in the last day because they always pair the top two guys, and you're like. Every time you watching Tiger play and you're against him, like the intimidation level playing against him, like you can't fuck up anything.
No,
like
that's one of his biggest things. Like even he was close in the last couple games, like, he's gonna take your ass over because he is just that like intimidating.
It was interesting. I also think like they did go. It was a weird because it would be awesome just to watch a fucking documentary of how dominant he was. Like I don't need they had to bring him up on Oprah and like he was called Asian or whatever he like said. I get that made people mad.
I really gotta watch this for next
week. And then they were
talking. They like Pierce saying, like they ended with it weird thing where like
I hate that we have to cut every little angle. I'm like, is it good? Is it bad? And it's like, dude, the guy was so dominant.
And then you ended with one of his mistresses.
Oh yeah. It's like, what do you want me to talk about?
Yeah. No, what do you want me to talk about?
You always gotta cut people. But then again, I mean, but is that
not part of the story?
Yes, no, you're right.
It's part of the story, but it has
you got to knock down your heroes because they're not heroes. They're humans.
But that's the problem with sports in general. Is like these guys are just average guys. Like they're everybody. They're every man.
They're a person, and they have their faults.
And they make a mistake
just as much as anybody else.
It doesn't take away the fact that he is the most dominant golfer of all time, without question.
You know what I loved? I loved watching the golf shots. Like I didn't care about the back. I mean, that's maybe me because I'm just I love golf. And then maybe people more like that. That's how they brought in the other viewers, like this, like drama. But me watching him just be
when I
watching the crowds walk. Can you just imagine being that? Like he's 19 years old. He's got 500 people at this golf course behind him.
They're all jumping to be like right around the hole.
And any shot he couldn't. Any shot it was just a roar. The other thing was fucking Augusta not allowing African Americans in. Like till like the 8 or
no, they didn't allow an African American member until like 5 years before he won until he won the Masters.
Insane. Like that's not acceptable. Like I don't know how that was.
What is it? I don't know if you guys saw this, but like about maybe 5 years ago, they had a real issue because they don't allow women golfers there.
Yeah.
And Yahoo had a membership there, and their CEO was going to be a woman, and they're like the big thing was like. Are they going to allow her? Are going to allow her to play there and whatnot? And I stopped following the story, but I don't know what happened there. But
women couldn't play.
They can't play. If you look it up, I'm pretty sure. If you look it up right now, I'm pretty sure.
There's no masters, I believe.
You cannot. Women are not allowed to play.
How is that something? Like how is that cancel that shit not bad?
Yeah, I mean,
they may have changed between now and when I read the article 5 years ago, but literally at the time, they would not allow.
That's so
women
insane.
to play.
What I always think about pro golfers and Tiger, any pro golfers when I play golf is like, you have for us, we probably have one shot a year where you hit that ball and it goes legit.
It does exactly what you want.
Great drive, or you drop that shit right on the green next to the pin, and you're like, fuck yes, but you're so fucking jacked up. Like that is a borderline average shot for that, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh no,
they do that 10 times around, 15 times around.
Tiger's drives. Or it take us 3 shots to get to Tiger's shot.
Let's be honest. How many times, Peter, did you watch those shots and you see him overshoot the hole and it lands in the rough
and
then it comes back and you're sitting there and you're like, if I would have done that, it either would have bounced 40 yards past the hole.
It would have pulled a Brian.
It would have stayed right there.
It would have put a Brian and ended up in the parking lot, and we would have pretended that no one took a shot.
I mean, last year I hit that one drive where I hit it over the trees and I dropped it. It was 300, probably 10 yards, maybe the best drive I ever had in my goddamn life. That is a below average drive for Tiger Woods. That is that's the best drive I might ever hit in my entire fucking life. And that's like a shit shot for him. He's like, I shanked that one a little bit.
What about the Tiger Woods' father and the Winnebago? That's some shitty fucking
I'm not gonna lie, that whole entire dynamic, him and his dad, that relationship was fucking nuts.
Yeah. They called each other best friends.
Yeah.
It was a little weird.
I gotta get on that one. Sorry, I don't know the whole story on that one.
I thought the Winnebago thing was kind of funny too.
That was
I know his dad used to bang bitches all the time. And that's where they say that's where Tiger got his psyche with women being whatever.
The other thing though, I'm on a kick of World War II, Vietnam War, because I just rewatched the
because you're getting old.
I just watched the HBO Band of Brothers. Mike, are you kidding me? Michael, you gotta watch that.
I'm not a big TV guy.
I want to watch half of Band of Brothers too.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I've only seen a couple episodes of Brandon Brothers, but I've heard...
I've been on a YouTube kick. I just watch interviews of World War II veterans just kind of talking their experiences. Just because I think you can't forget this stuff.
Katrina's grandfather should say, was in World War II.
Both my grandfathers were. I was talking to my mom and my dad on it right here.
Yeah, this kid wouldn't shut up.
Because I wanted to know, like, my grandfather got his jaw almost blown off.
And I was talking to Katrina's grandfather a couple of things he was going. We were watching some shit on whatever. Yeah. It was something on, like, he was like, because he was in the Air Force, and he's talking about all these planes that he worked on, and all that shit he flew on. I'm like, this is fucking insane. Yeah. Like, no, like I'm never, and I never want to be.
That's where you gotta that's a guy we need to get on YouTube, like tape. Just tell us your story.
I mean, his you
don't want to lose that stuff.
Like he met Katrina's grandmother. Like they were in the Air Force, and they were traveling all around the world. That's when they met each other.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the issue is none of them talked about it. My grandfather never talked about World War II, but my mom was telling me. My mom and my dad, like, my grandfather had a best friend, and it came from World War II. My grandfather got shot in the face and got, like, his face pretty much shot off almost. This guy carried my grandfather my dad likes to exaggerate, but I don't know how far, but dragged my grandfather to the aid station to save his life. And I think about it when you're watching, like, the Band of Brothers, all these guys who died. Like, how lucky we are to be alive, because all our grandfathers were in that war. And for them to get out of there, we shouldn't, like, if, a lot of us could not be here today if it wasn't a part of that.
Two things my uncle was in Vietnam, and he was one of the guys that would, go pick up bodies.
Yeah.
I didn't know until he died that he was actually in Vietnam. Like, I had no fucking clue. Yeah. My dad was like, he never talked about it, and he didn't want to talk about it for that reason.
Yeah.
Second thing is, much lighter note, is that we've crossed the hour mark, and Peter McGraw is turned to make a rule.
If Michael doesn't talk in the next 5 minutes, we all got to drink.
You brought up, first you were talking about Cadillac converters and cars.
Yeah,
and that was not for me.
Mike, we get all over the place here. We get all over the place.
Golf? Here. I know nothing about that.
Mike, you just got to get in. You just got to get in.
We got to get you on the course with us.
Golf is like...
Mike, if you play with us in Sexy Pepsi, like, you will never feel like you're the worst golfer ever.
Well, maybe, but that's a low bar. But what I like about...
The bar isn't very high.
We should go back to everybody cutting each other off here. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, you get to think about your rule, I think. Yep. But what I like about golf is, like, the same things I like about, like, going to the bar. It's like hanging out with your buddies.
That's what we play.
You can drink,
Well, and also, like, you're getting out into nature, you're walking,
we have several beers, some Sogies going.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time. That's what it's all about.
Like, usually when someone describes, like, I'm really into nature, they're like, I'm a big golfer. Yeah. I say, like, big nature guy.
Yeah. You're right. Like, I love all those dad
big
jokes.
Nature guy. I love golfing.
Fucking love nature.
I asked my parents, too, about Vietnam, and if they were, because that, I guess, was around their time was a big thing, too. And our parents were just lucky that they didn't, they were just too young at that point.
My dad was 2 numbers away from being drafted. I could have never been, like, my
career.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. That's the
easily like that. Easily. Yeah. That quickly.
Yeah. World War II does interest me quite a bit. I do feel like very much that is still the life we live now shaped the world we're in.
Oh yeah.
But it is interesting too. Like, so the Vietnam War, you guys are bringing up a good point. Is we're, at least in our society, it seems to be much more open to talking about people being veterans and things like that.
Yeah.
You were just saying your uncle. You didn't even know, probably at his funeral. They said, you're like, oh.
And I literally read his, like, card, the card thing you get. I'm like, I told my dad, I'm like, he was in fucking Vietnam?
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard, I mean, I talk to him all the time, like, I've never heard that one time.
Yeah. Well, they didn't want to talk about those experiences.
Particularly him, because he was the guy that picked up he would walk around and pick up dead bodies. Like,
I would love to know that. I would love to know experience because, like, yeah, you're right. Like, that's something.
I'm sure he had a fucking horrible experience there.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably tie many variables of why it's not talked about, but it might be it was not particularly a success. Of course, there's the trauma, right? Yeah. The mental trauma. There's then it was not a popular war in our country, and it was not a successful war. So, but the same thing, like you guys just said, like Pat just said, like I had an uncle that was in Vietnam as well. Never once, never anything. Yeah, and I think he was like a helicopter gunner, and I think again, never heard him say one anything, and that's fair. I'm not bringing it up.
No. Yeah, you don't want to bring that. No, see, that's
not my story to tell.
Oh no, but that I love watching these because you learn so much. Like these fucking heroes, like World War II veterans, are absolutely because they were drafted or Pearl Harbor pushed them into it. And these guys like it's just literally there's crow's nest on hills, and they're just like the first 3 or 4 people who opened up on D-Day when they opened up the ships and the tanks so people could run off. The first 4 or 5 guys automatically dead.
Done.
Well,
automatically dead.
All these men enlisted ready to die.
Yeah,
which is like an insane concept.
We couldn't do that. I just don't know if we could do that today. It's just insane to me. Here's another thing that I wanted to jump in. Like, we're talking about this, and this doesn't really segue to, but the Donald Trump impeachment too. And I don't care about whatever on that. Like, I don't get political.
743, he's acquitted, baby.
No. I don't really care about that. I kind of do, but it's the watching. I don't know if you guys
have you gotten your rule yet or no? Did I miss the rule?
Oh, I haven't gotten a rule. Let's go with every time I put my hand on the table on accident, we got all a drink.
On accident?
Or if I do it on purpose. We all got a drink.
All right, so that will go for the next 10 minutes, and we just have a drink there.
Yeah, we can probably. We don't want to go too long.
Because Mike needs a rule because the secret phrase obviously hasn't hit yet.
I know. I'm sure I'm gonna.
It's already almost 9. Wow,
I'm trying to lure it out a little bit.
Trying to pull the old bait and switch. That would be great, but it's not so much.
So
all his research.
I love big titties.
For all the research in the last, for all the
drink to that, but that was not the phrase.
For all the research in the last few podcasts, he's been driving down.
That's right. Did my homework.
We're just not hitting this time, I guess.
No, but I wanted to just. Did you guys watch the videos of like all the videos from the storming of the Capitol?
I watched a few of them. I mean,
God,
it's insane.
It's so. I thought it was. I'm an idiot, and I almost thought it was kind of like a joke. Like they just like, hey, we're in the Capitol. No, they were out for blood.
I know. You and I had that conversation before, and I disagree with you at that point. And
I don't remember that, but I remember thinking
it was not on podcast; it was off podcast. I
don't remember that, but I do remember thinking like, all right, at the time I was like, oh, this is kind of serious because somebody did die, like she got shot and killed. But like watching those videos like those of the day, it just seemed like they were in there and they were fucking around and But when you watch them, they're screaming Nancy. They were going to kill people.
They were pens.
Yeah, they were looking to kill people. And
hang Pence chance. Hang Pence.
Yes.
Hang Pence.
And they had this the whatever they called the noose and the
nooses and shit. Yeah. It was fucking insane.
It was scary. Like that opens my eyes to like, oh hey, these guys gotta go. Like they should all be tried for treason.
And the fact that there was no Capitol there, security it's very weird how that questionable how that happened.
So you're saying then during it, the footage you thought was more lighthearted is the right word, but is more of just people stormed the doors, got in, and then were just aimlessly upset.
Yes, and they were just walking around stealing stuff.
Yeah,
there was some of that. And also, I'm an idiot. There was some, so don't I'm not trying to upset people, but I looking at it like after. I was like, oh, this is kind of a joke.
Also, Peter Justin, but there were. I'm sure, like if there was 1,000 people, like I don't know, let's say, I'm sure that probably half of them were exactly like that.
Yeah.
No doubt. And then there's like it's like the protests, like everything that's happened this year. It's like there are subsets of subsets of subsets, and all those subsets have different agendas when they're getting through there. So once they got through, you probably have half of like, oh shit, we're in the Capitol, selfie, and then the other guys are like, where the fuck is Pence?
I'm not saying you are necessarily, but I'm not making like any excuses for anyone.
I'm not either. I'm just saying there's different degrees.
Someone that is possibly there at the wrong place at the wrong time? Okay, but I've never been caught up in a mob and then been like, oh wait, we just broke down the doors to the U.S. Capitol and then
I'm not saying that.
George, I would have been like, oh, you know what?
I'm not saying there are degrees.
Yes,
that they want to go.
Some people probably weren't trying to kill somebody, but it was more like they were just like coming in to stop the electoral vote.
And there are people that wanted to kill people.
They were going through offices looking to hurt people.
Yes,
like it was scary to me, and I think if you're like all those people, they need to be tried to the fullest extent. Like that's like I was more like, all right, like let's like it's idiots, but watching that it made me sad. It honestly made me.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah,
that's scary.
Like this, but then you hear of calls like one of the senators, a Republican senator, called Trump and was like, hey. Tweet this out. Call this off. What are you doing? And he's like, oh, I guess they don't like to vote. Like, and they had like a heated conversation. He's like, what? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like, and Trump was hoping that this was gonna do something, and whatever. He didn't get indicted. Whatever it is, what it is. But those videos scared the shit out of me. Like, I felt bad for like Romney almost got hurt. Pence almost got hurt. There was staff. Can you imagine being a staff member? You're just there, like you're working a 9 to 5, and you're helping out. Like who cares who you're helping out? You're helping somebody out, and you get into an office. Just barely get into an office. You stack furniture on top of the office. They break through the first door, look in, whatever, and they don't try the second door that you're all hiding in.
Romney was getting harassed on the airport ride to that thing. Like he was getting harassed. Like there are videos of people on the same flight and the same airport as him. Like he was getting harassed, fucking flying there.
Well, here's the other thing. There are some conspiracy thoughts that they let this go so that like they could, but it almost got out of control. It did get out of control.
Anything. There's conspiracy for everything. Like
God, it was just. I mean, it's insane.
It was tough to see.
No, it was, and like I watched all the videos because you can see like how they got in, and then here's the other thing. I don't think we don't talk about enough is the poor fucking Capitol. Do you watch the one where they're like, hey, and there's like 3 people that are stuck with things and they're just getting beat up, and then they're bashing guys with like.
I mean, also if you look at where they were at, like those protesters should have the protesting was way farther than anybody else ever been allowed to get that close to the Capitol. Which is weird. Which is weird. Yeah. It's weird. Do I know why? I don't know. I have no.
But those Capitol Police should be honored as absolute heroes.
I mean, and I think they got fucked because I don't think they got reinforced they should have got.
No, absolutely not.
Clearly not.
It took them forever to get the guard there, and it should have been. The other thing is, you think about this. You think they're ever not going to open up? Like, do you just let these guys kind of like there's no guns. There's only one shot. Are you kidding me? Like. I feel like any other time anybody else is trying to storm the Capitol, lock and load it. Like, and I'm not saying that's the right move. I'm just saying, like, if
any other type of situation, they're like, lock and load it. I mean,
that's a big thing. Like, if it was reversed and it was maybe different groups of people protesting.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, it felt like shouldn't somebody be armed? Like, why is no one armed?
Well, the one person that got killed. One got killed because of shot. One was a heart attack, and one got.
Did you know why that? You know what? Sadly, that person who got a heart attack, they tased him.
Ooh, did they really?
Yeah.
I think there was 5 deaths, right? So 2, I think.
I knew 3 on that.
One cop related, right? Yeah. One is a Capitol Police officer, and then I think another was law enforcement who then took his own life.
Yes, 2 of them, I think actually.
2 of them,
which is weird.
Well, he was so upset by it all.
I'm saying, like,
that's got to be pretty scary.
Yeah. Mental health. I mean, it's mental health in this country is a serious problem that we don't address well.
No, but that's
so Peter's thing's over. We're out to Mike Basso here.
Oh man,
you didn't put your hand on the table one time.
You did it one time at the beginning. That's it. So we'll do one more time for that.
Oh man. Give me a minute. I'll think of something.
Mike, I don't want to bring. Thank you for bringing us Eagle Warriors.
Also, all right, but we're at 9:00.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Thanks for having me in the studio.
Oh no, Mike, thank you. What are we at? 1:11.
How long do we go?
We got another at least 15 minutes, probably, right?
Yeah, because the drive's not too bad. We can probably go another 5 or 10.
Maybe Chris check out the times on the
Ubers. Try the Eagle Rare.
I should.
Chris, have you tried the?
He did try it, I believe.
The Eagle Rare, yeah.
What'd you think, Chris?
Pierre's not gonna like it, but
why is that?
I just don't.
It's all hot for Peter.
The tasting notes, I don't think Pierre's gonna like. It's got like a very leathery kind of taste. Pierre doesn't like those types of.
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right, well, I'll throw a little ice.
But I did enjoy it. It was good.
It was good. I liked it too.
I would be very excited to try a higher end version for sure.
So, Mike, you starting your own podcast now? What are you thinking? It's
the Mike and Breed podcast.
Hey, yo. Listen, if you're stuck at home and you got nothing to do, like we all do, when do you think this is all going to end, Mike? I was talking to Joe about this today.
I mean, I don't know. What does like end mean, right?
Like when do we get back to semi-normal?
For me,
when can you go to a concert? How about that? Or a large scale gathering? How about that?
For me, end means like international travel.
Take 10 minutes to pick us up.
Okay.
So how long is it going to last?
I don't know. I always when will this end? Right? Good question. Of course.
Do you think 2022?
Get there at 9:30.
I mean, they're saying like maybe end of summer, right? That people could be vaccinated and there'll be some sense of normalcy. But I think that's wishful thinking, right?
Yeah.
Especially then if what I'm saying is my standard is like when you freely can travel internationally, you're dependent, of course, on the whole world, really, right? Getting it right. So I don't know. I'm optimistic that we will have some of the joys of the humanities we love back soon, but
here's a question: let's say we're midsummer and the vaccinations are rising. A lot of people have had it. Maybe people haven't had it. Would you feel comfortable going to a large scale gathering with masks required for people, would you feel comfortable?
I don't know.
If I had the vaccine,
that's the big deal. That's the big deal, right? That's the big deal.
Yes,
that's the big challenge, right?
I wouldn't have a problem wearing the mask, but if I had the vaccine, I wouldn't.
Didn't they just find out people who had the original COVID can now get the South African or the
you're not as immune as you think you are.
I read it, and I did not read this thoroughly enough to probably talk about anything about it, but I read that there's a new vaccine coming out soon, I believe, that is more effective against the other strains.
Okay. Yeah, that's the Johnson & Johnson one, I think.
Yes.
So I think that one's supposed to be better with the South Africa, or what is, it shouldn't be termed that, but it's emerging, I guess, in South Africa.
Yeah,
right.
But
it's not bad, Chris.
I just learned, and this is insane.
It's hot.
This is insane to me.
That's why the hot.
Yeah, it's a lower proof than the McKenna.
You know it is, but Peter's threshold is much different than me and Chris.
You gotta just drink it more to get it up.
Tough guys.
There's some bottles I have that I won't even open because they're like 115, 130,
we have
140.
The barrel strength Penelope is 116 proof.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the thing is just like that is so hot that I won't be even able to enjoy any of it.
Exactly right. All right, so I was talking to Joe, and Joe was saying even with all these vaccines, like not a lot of people can probably handle. Or it's just still not going to work. We're looking at 2022, which is fucking insane because we said in 2020, like 2021, get out of here. Now we're looking at 2022 to be fully back to normal.
When this started, my birthday in August, I thought it was going to be like, it'll be fine by August. We'll be having a good time.
It's fucking insane.
So I was kind of surprised to learn this about the vaccine.
Yeah.
That it does, you can still be a carrier essentially.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So that means like, you will not get infected by it, but then if those around you have not been vaccinated, they're still at risk.
Jesus Christ.
Which seems like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like they should have made it better or
fix it. Hurry up, assholes, make it better. Make it mean to everybody.
But it's crazy to me, right? Because you think like, let's say you're having a gathering of 10 people, right, for easy numbers, and you're like, well, 5 are vaccinated. But then it's just like, well, since 5 aren't, it's still like
that's it.
It's still like a 10 people gathering. You still need to have everyone vaccinated before it truly would be safe.
My big thing is my dad's gonna be vaccinated second shot, so he'll be good.
Your mom's already got it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna feel really good because that's my biggest concern is my parents. Like us, I think we're gonna knock on wood. I hope that would be okay, and I think we should be. But
I want my parents to go too. So
but there are people who are healthy like us that still don't do well with it. So you just gotta be careful.
I feel like we're better off. So like but it's more. I mean, not important, but the pressing question right now is, Mike, what is the last rule for the remainder of this podcast?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes here. We're gonna go.
I will do I'm gonna do a variation of Peter's, which we used to call Thumb Master. And when I put a thumb on the table, the last one to then put their thumb on the table will have to drink.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty thrilled about these rules because I finished my beers a long time ago.
Come on, bro, get up there.
There are 4 bottles of liquor.
What do you mean?
I don't feel
like
more.
I got you, brother. You finished your beers. There's more beers.
I don't feel like getting up to get another beer.
I'll tell you what, Mike. Is there anything that you would like to discuss on this podcast as being our special guest?
Yeah, we'll give you the last little discussion.
Last topic here for you.
Anything that's
I got a topic.
Oh, let's hear.
Let's hear.
I've got a topic that
the kid
we've been waiting for freaking ever to talk about. This one. This is dumb shit. But this is from since Mike's here, Mike will kind of get this, or Mike will kind of enjoy this, I think.
Well, I hope.
Because
I should ask. Is there anything you guys want to know about me?
You put a pedestal here.
It's your show, but my episode. What do you guys want to know about me?
Well, mine's only going to last about maybe about a minute and a half, and then we can go on to whatever garbage you want to talk about. There's a new cartoon out called John Dillerman. It is a kids show in Denmark about a man who saves the day with the aid from his giant magical penis. We will have Peter tweet out.
Did they call me about this? I feel like I have a impression here.
No, they did not call you about this because microscopic. But I'll have Peter tweet out the trailer to this, but it is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
So they take trips on his helicopter penis.
Yeah, he does helicopter penis.
They spin around like North Carolina.
Wait, is this a kids cartoon? Or is this
it is a kids cartoon in Denmark,
and they talk about
Denmark is a weird place.
Magical penis.
Yikes!
It literally translates in the English to John Wee Wee Man. It made me laugh when I saw it. John Wee Wee Man.
John Wee Wee Man.
You know what? Some stuff in Europe can probably stay in Europe. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you.
There's a lot of things.
My favorite thing is like he gets some balloons stuck to his penis, or like he's like twirling around the helicopter with his penis, and he lives with his grandma, and his grandma takes a shotgun and shoots him out of the air and he falls into a chair.
It reminds me of like beer thing where when we like work at the sausage, like you got to work it like this.
You gotta imagine.
He chased a tiger with his penis in the trailer. It's pretty fucking hilarious.
You gotta imagine, like this guy, whoever came up with the show, was like, "How am I gonna shock the shit out of some people?"
And then they had a bunch of credit. They're in the right country for it, and they were both women. They're like, "This is very educational for the children."
It's in the right country.
How much did you have to pay these ladies to say this?
It's gotta be in the right country, right? I mean, that would never fly here.
No.
Honestly, it would never.
Michael, what do you feel about it?
I mean, I'm into the artistic expression. I kind of like it. I don't know. Who am I to say?
Give Mike 3 whiskeys. He's like, I'm good. Whatever.
I have to see it.
Mike also has some children.
Mike,
he's like, fuck it, whatever.
It'll be on the Twitter page. The trailer. You can check it out.
Link. John Wee Wee Man. That has a ring.
John
to it.
Diller. It's actually John Dillerman, but the Dillerman translates into Wee Wee Man.
Okay, right. John Dillerman's. You know John Dillerman?
John Diller. No.
John Dillinger.
Now we can let Michael talk about his.
I thought I don't know how the.
How can you top Wee Wee Man?
Well, that's right. How do I follow up Mr. Wee Wee Man? I thought maybe it'd be fun for your listeners, which I'm here,
and Mike Foster, one of them.
I'm here. That's all of them.
Dedicated listener.
To get to know you better, so I thought maybe I would do some rapid firing questions to you.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
So we'll start with Chris. Chris, have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
Pat Lynch?
New question. God.
Is that a new question?
Everyone gets a new one.
Sorry, I didn't realize that. Heck, cut.
You're at the carnival. What's your go-to carnival game?
Oh, the shooting one. Where you shoot the shit.
The rifle shot.
Yes, the rifle shot one.
What are you shooting at? Plates? Ducks?
Ducks.
I like it.
Okay, that's a good answer. To Peter, favorite 2000s MTV show?
Ooh, Real World versus Road Rules.
It's a good one.
I like
the
it.
challenge.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's still on, right?
Stuff. Yeah,
really
they do.
Really
yeah.
Good.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have thought he would have picked like Cribs or Jackass.
Cribs is good.
I was gonna say
Jackass.
Or
Room Raiders.
Room Raiders, yes.
Or late 2000 Robin Big.
Oh yeah,
Robin
Hell
Big.
yeah, Robin Big. I thought Robin Big may have been the one.
Pin My Ride, X to the Z Exhibit. Come on, there's a lot to go with.
The other one. What was the one with the dating one where they like next? Is that the dating one? Where there was like 3 like things like I hate bananas or I hate the word Riverwalk. That's a Zia's Ansari's joke.
That's
like,
right.
Yeah,
that's
so good.
All right. Let's see.
Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more each, and then we'll so we got to get to dinner here.
Works for me.
Yep.
Chris, best HBO show of all time.
Ooh, Chris doesn't watch a lot of HBO. That's a good question for him.
Golly.
There's a lot up there, right?
But he hasn't watched a lot of them. So that's a good question.
I do not watch a lot of HBO.
Well, have you watched like Entourage or Sopranos?
He's not watched Game of Thrones for sure.
You could skip. You want to take this one? You have one?
No.
I'm going to skip because I don't think
I'd go Band of Brothers. Sopranos was probably the best though.
All right. So we'll skip that one. Chris, you're at the park. I don't know what your local park was when you were growing up.
Bell Park.
Or you just finished T-ball game. I don't know if you played Little League or whatever. You finished the game. You're there. You hear the bells. The ice cream man is coming down the path. What is your go-to ice cream man ice cream?
The go-to ice cream man ice cream is a little sherbet baseball glove with the gumball in the middle.
With the gumball.
The screwball is what that was called.
Yeah, there it is.
It was also my go-to, so I know the answer. I don't just know all the ice creams. Just
How do you guys miss the Choco Taco?
Choco Taco.
The Choco Taco, I felt like was kind of like selective to who you got.
Yeah, it was also more expensive, so you usually didn't get that one.
It's true. Yeah. It depended who was buying it, I guess.
Yes. Yep.
Pat's up. Pat. And you have to say someone. Crush on a cartoon character.
Cartoon character?
Yeah.
Patty Mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the name, but what was the female Bugs Bunny movie?
Babs. Babs Bunny.
What was that one?
Yeah.
You know
Mr. Rogers.
Lola.
Robert Rabbit.
I have one.
Roger Rabbit.
God, I suck.
Do you guys remember like the Goof Troop movie or Goofy movie?
Yeah.
The girl is like that's
Maxine
like,
or
that
something? No,
cartoon dog is like hot.
Maxine?
Yeah, it is Maxine. That cartoon dog is hot.
Cartoon. You know, I'm gonna go what's the female chicken archer?
Oh, Lana.
Yeah,
Lana Kate.
I'll go that one.
She's not bad either. Wow, that was creepy.
For all you guys.
All right, last one.
Hey now.
For Peter.
Oh, poor thing.
Easy, Archer. Speaking of Archer, there he goes.
Codename Duchess.
Peter's gonna get 2 for the finale.
I like it.
One's very quick.
Do it.
You make it to the big leagues. It's not quite what you thought. It's the pro wrestling big leagues.
Oh, boo.
Are you a good guy or bad guy?
Is that WWE?
Oh, bad guy for sure.
Gotta go bad guy.
You gotta be the bad guy.
I gotta be Stone Cold, and then I come to be a good guy.
Well, that's not a bad guy.
You gotta be Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon, yes.
Bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy.
Bad guy.
So then this is the finale question. It's a song related question. You have to think about it. So the day has come. You're getting married.
Mm-hmm.
What is on your do not playlist at your wedding? So you
you
know what a do not playlist. You know what a do not playlist is, right?
For sure. I got one for sure.
It wasn't me.
Shaggy, it wasn't me. How does that one go?
That was a great Super Bowl commercial too. But
that was
good.
Yeah, it was because we all
sing a little for us. We forgot how that one goes.
All I know is it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
She caught me on the counter.
It wasn't me.
On the sofa.
It wasn't me.
Even then
In the shower. It wasn't me.
Let's do a chicken dance.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
The chicken dance has to go.
Wait,
for me.
so that's your do not playlist.
Yeah.
Not your must playlist.
No, those two can't be played.
Can't be played. Okay.
The
Okay.
chicken
They'll
dance.
be played in the limo with the boys up to the wedding.
Also, the chicken dance has to go for me. That's the worst fucking
I
song
love
ever
that
at a
one.
wedding.
I'm
I want the
gonna
Hocus
get a very dispopular one, or it's a very popular song, but it's gonna be a very dispopular opinion. But Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody on a do not playlist for me. I feel like it's overplayed.
Controversy.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've had that discussion many times, Chris.
I feel like it's overplayed.
All right, Pat, finish us off. Actually, Pat and then Mike.
I'll finish up. You know, Mike, I want to thank you for joining us, first of all.
Yeah, thanks
I
for
appreciate
having
that.
me.
I was talking about the song. Finish us off with the song.
No, I'm not gonna sing a song.
No, not you, jackass.
Yeah,
What
sing
song
us off. Sing us off,
do
Pat.
you not want at your wedding?
Oh, I said the chicken dance.
The chicken
Sure.
dance.
Chicken dance.
Chicken dance for sure. It's the fucking worst.
Yeah, I'm kind of of the same school. Like, I don't like those traditional, like, mom dance songs, chicken dance,
Do
or
it
like
for the old people.
electric slide.
But a song I do want to hear.
Cha-cha slide.
Of the traditional songs I want to hear.
Or about the Hokey
All right, your
Pokey.
must
Shout for sure.
Your
my
must
wife.
play. Okay,
Shout's gotta
must
be-
play.
Shout's gotta be
You got a
for
quick
sure.
must play?
That's a good one. Chris.
And we had some good times of shout, boys.
I see
I like
nothing
getting-
wrong
I
with
I like
the
getting
little
low.
bowling grind.
All right,
You can't,
Mike.
Chris. That's
really
you
offensive.
can't play R. Kelly anymore.
You can
Oh,
play
you're
that.
right. You can't.
You can't, you're right.
Can't play any
I
R. Kelly,
You
Chris.
can't play those genuine in those jeans.
You could play genuine.
You know that one, Chris?
No.
Show-
You wanna sit-
somehow it goes.
Okay, give me a little bit of it, Mike. I ain't got
It's
it.
been a while. Or Pony genuine.
Wow.
Okay, get a little ass down.
I don't know who
No,
sings that one,
face
but yes.
down, but-
Face
yeah.
down, ass up.
Ass down, face up, whatever you into.
Yeah, we're good.
Right.
All right,
Move
well,
on
hey,
now.
listen, boys, this was fun. Hey, Mike, honestly, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for
This
having
was
me.
a fucking blast.
Hope you join us again, Mike.
No, definitely. We're gonna get you on the. We're gonna get you back here. This was a good time. Everybody have a great week. Stay warm. If you're in Chicago or Illinois, it's fucking
Or anywhere
terribly
fucking
cold.
north of the Mexican
Yeah, well,
line.
actually, honestly, I think the United States is just in a brutal cold spell. So stay warm. Enjoy yourselves. Get your dogs and cats neutered and spayed.
So Chris did not say the secret phrase.
Oh, here we go.
Ah,
Finish
And
it.
What is the
here's the
phrase?
thing. So my recollection of all the episodes, what do you call these episodes, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
As well as knowing Chris often says the phrase "fair enough." So that was the phrase Chris had to utter.
Did
to
you
win
say
the
fair
game-
enough one
the
time,
game.
huh?
And he
I
didn't
don't know.
say
You
it
guys gotta
one
go back to
time,
the episode.
so
It's possible.
I had my ears ready, and I did not hear any fair enough.
Well, fair enough. Fuck you, DePaul, for only offering one blue sweater in their old school logo. Bye.